Hi everybody, this is Nicole Wright. I'm going to make a couple of videos today about editing pictures. Some of these pictures you're going to use for maybe some of the marketing or advertising you're doing, like if you're doing some on Facebook, and also if you're doing some on your blog, you want to use images in your posts because it's going to make the pictures pop and it's going to make them stand out for your readers. And so I want to show you a couple of quick examples. One, I'm going to show you how to take a picture, maybe like this, and turn it into a picture like this, right? This one down here. It's the same uh, face, which is the current quarterback, the senior quarterback from the University of Alabama. His name is A.J. McCarron, and so I'm using him just as an example. And so this is a regular photograph, right? That's shot, and you can see kind of the crowd blurred in the background. Now, for some uses, that might be great. For others, you might want to have it stand out by having different colors, right? This is another picture that I used of him, and it was a crowd in the background or some teammates or whatever, and so I wanted to cut it out and give it a red background. You can also add some text. So what I'm going to show you here today is the first tool that I use to do that, and it's called Clipping Magic. So first step, you would find the picture that you want to use, and then you can download it. You can right click on the image, and then you can save the image wherever you want, on your desktop or in downloads or whatever. So I've already done that. I'm going to show you the first tool, and I have a little bit of a scratchy throat here, so I'm going to drink some tea a little bit while I'm making this. But so the first tool that I use is called Clipping Magic. And what you do is you drag the image from your desktop. Let's see. Save it on my desktop. Let's hope it saves it where I can see it. And then I'm going to go over here to Clipping Magic. I just uploaded one. I'm going to show you the finished result from that. And then this one, I think. See if I can move that up. So if I pull, hate it when I do that, pull him into the picture, it's going to load the file, and then we'll be able to see it. You see they're giving you some tips. You use the green marker for the pieces you want to keep, and you use the red marker for parts that you don't want to keep. Okay, so I'm going to show you really quickly on this one. So you just grab this green marker and then you color in. You don't have to color in the whole thing. You can just use the outline, right, of the pieces that I want to keep. And that back there actually looks like it's probably a teammate's jersey, so we may have to come back and do some fine tuning of that. Okay, so I'm going to keep all of this parts. Let's keep his hair, keep his ear. That's good. Okay, and then you go back and grab the red marker and get rid of the pieces that you don't want. And you'll see this yellow line, and then over on the right hand side you'll see what you're getting rid of. So what we're doing is actually getting rid of the color in the background, and we're keeping or making it transparent. So then you'll be able to take it to another program if you like and give it a background. Okay, so that was like super quick. I'm just going to leave that shoulder. And then here's another one that I did before I turned on the camera. Joe Montana, right? So I colored in green and then colored red for the areas that I don't want to keep, and you end up with this cutout. And so now I'm going to download it. Okay, and now it's in my download folder here. I've got Joe Montana clipped. I'm going to close that. And what I like to do is go over to PowerPoint. Sorry, I'm on a Mac, so this is actually Keynote, but you can do the same thing on PowerPoint if you're on a PC. I'm going to give it a new slide, delete, whatever text boxes and title boxes come up. So I have a blank slide, and now I can just drag and drop. Let's see. Drag that into the picture. Move this out of the way. Let's make him a little bit, find the corner, right? When you're resizing pictures, take the corner, and that way it keeps the proportions of the picture. So I'm going to shrink him down. And what I like to do, one thing I will show you is Facebook, for ad purposes, has dimensions of their images that they like to use, right? And so that I'm going to post a link to this in the blog post. But what you'll see, if you go to this URL, you'll see their ad product guide overview. And if you click on a specific ad, let's see, if you want to do, for instance, an ad that goes to a domain, you're going to get a certain image size, an image ratio, and a text size. And if it's in the right-hand column, this will be, you get a certain number of characters in the titles, in the text. The domain link, you get one line. The aspect ratio, so I'm dragging by the corner, so I maintain that aspect ratio. And the smallest picture you can use for the image is 100 by 72 pixels. And that converts in inches to 1.48 inches by 0.99 inches, okay? So I'm going to give you the link to this Facebook, and so you can see for any type of ad that you're interested in placing, you'll be able to find the specs in terms of titles and picture sizes that you're going to use, okay? So let me go back now and show you a little trick I use. I create, pull that down so you can see, I create a shape, and you can also do this in PowerPoint. Create a shape that is the size that I want. You see, this is 100 by 100 pixels. And I'm going to do a ratio. And if I do, for instance, 500 by 360, that's going to give me the same ratio as 100 by 72. Oh, sorry. I'm using 111 by 74. And when you go into Facebook, you'll be able to see the dimensions. Let me see. I want 500. This is a little outside of the window. Let me see if I can pull that in. There you go. 500 by 360. Okay, so that's my box size. Pull that all into the picture. There we go. And what I want to do is bring Joe to the front. So I'm going to bring him forward. Okay, and so if this were the little image on the right-hand side, if you're doing a Facebook ad, or if not, if you just want a big picture of Joe Montana on your blog, then you don't necessarily have to worry about this, but the dimensions of the box, I mean. But you can create the box, bring him to the front, and then you can decide how much of the image of him you want to keep, right? So if I wanted all of him inside my box, then I can shrink him until he fits and place him, right there on the line. Okay, I can then change the background of what I want this to look like. So if I pick purple, or and what you want to do is kind of stay, if this is an image you're going to use for your blog, then you want to keep colors that are consistent with your blog theme. You don't want to have a whole rainbow on your blog unless your color theme is a rainbow, right? So we can pick different colors. We're going to give it, we have the border, right? I can change the frame. And so what you want to do is kind of pick what you want to be your theme of your blog. You know, this look kind of reminds me of a teacher and the chalkboard. So if you wanted to go with that theme, then stick with that for the bulk of your pictures on the site. And you can change the, show you what I'm doing. So up here you can change what the frame looks like, right? So that's a little faded in and out. Looks like somebody drew it with a marker. You can change the weight of the line, make it really skinny or really fat, right? That's pixels. You can change the color of it. So if you want something really stands out, right? So we've got some red. So you can play with this, and this is what's going to give you, and you can also make the line dashed, for instance. Okay, so that's going to give you, so now you can see how I created this image, right, with the different color background and the different frame. And then the other piece that I'll show you is you can put in a text box. Just real simply click on the text and put oops, how about a 49? Okay, go 49ers. You can move it wherever you want, change the size, and change the font. So we could make that a headline. You can do all of that, and you can change the color of the font. Say you wanted to match your line that you have around the image. Okay, so you can do that. And then what you'll want to do, for instance, if you're, sorry, touch my mouse. So then if you want to, you can highlight it. I'm going to do, and I'm going to put these commands in the blog post. If you do Command Shift 4 on the Mac, do you see this on my cursor pops up? So you place this on the corner that you want and then drag it to the opposite corner, and that's going to take a screen capture shot and put it on your desktop. And then if you want to, and that becomes your image, and that's just the whole size of your image. And so now you can post it on your blog post, for instance, or you can use it at the proper dimensions for your Facebook ad. So that's clipping magic and Keynote or PowerPoint, depending on what kind of machine you're using. Okay, the second free tool that I'm going to show you is PicMonkey, PicMonkey.com. Okay, and so for PicMonkey.com, it's the one that I used to create the collage. So what you do in PicMonkey, and I'm not going to walk you through all of this, but you can pick the template that you want to use. Let's see, go over here, move that over just a smidge. So you click on templates and it will give you different choices. So we could pick 4 pictures across, like kind of stamps that go across. You can picture big ones and small ones. You can do kind of like create a Facebook cover that has different images in collage format. So that's great for putting together your Facebook page. You can create some for Pinterest, and some of the features require a membership and you pay, and that's the Royale features, and they have the crown on them. So when you see the little crown, then you know that that's a paid feature. So I personally don't have any paid accounts with these, and I stick with the free ones. Okay, you can create squares. That's a 4x4. You can create a 5x5 if you have lots of pictures, and you can also with this change when you go to save the file. You'll be able to select the dimensions of your final image. so that it's ready to post in your blog directly. Okay, so what you do, you select the format you want, you bring in the pictures. So you go to open and open from my computer, select where your files are and pull those in, and then it'll show you all the pictures over here, and then what you do is just drag and drop the pictures where you want to place them. And so that's what I did for this post, right? Created the collage with some pictures of a few cakes and selected the frame, the color of the border more to match this cake, but also I picked the overall colors to pop a little bit, but to also stick with my theme of blue on the blog. Okay, so that's the second tool, PicMonkey, and that comes in quite handy. Oh, and the other thing you can do with that, sorry, my phone is blowing up. One thing I like to do on my blog really is keep it pretty simple, but I add a shadow to all of my images so that they kind of get that three-dimensional feel and stand up on the page. And so you can do that on PicMonkey as well. I'm going to go, went too far out. But you can do lots of things on PicMonkey. Once you open here, you'll edit, upload your picture, and then you can do this editing right there on the web. You can crop, you can add frames, you can make the picture look all swirly and so forth. So there's lots of things you can do. And then the third tool that I want to show you is called Ribbit. Let's see. I pulled up a picture here. See if we can use this one. I'm going to pull in, how about that one? Okay, so this is the unedited one, but with the picture in there, you can crop, you can rotate it, you can lighten and darken it, right? Lighten and darken, you can highlights, shadows, contrast, and you can add, excuse me, you can add effects, so we can make it, nose is itching. Okay, so you can add effects that change the color to sepia. You can add text. So I'm going to type here, and this is how another way that you can add text to an image, right? So it's here. You can decide where you want to place it. You can make it bold. You can make it change the colors of it. You can add as many as you want. Right, click out of that one, add another one, put that one here, change the colors and the text, and then you will save it, you can download it, and this might be the picture that you bring into PowerPoint or Keynote to do the final edits maybe and put a frame around it. You can also do stickers. Let me show you that. So it will give you some stickers that you can put if you're creating, right, some fun pictures, cartoon pictures. You can do a little bit of touch up on the pictures, and you can add some frames. You'll also see here that some are premium features, so that would require a paid account, but again, all I use are the free accounts. Before and after, all right, to show that. So these are a couple of free, oh, and there's one other one, not going to demonstrate, but AnyMaking is also another online photo editing tool. You can add a frame, you can crop the pictures. This is a cool feature if you like that photo reflection. So it shows, let's see, yeah. See, it'll show the reflection of the image down below. So that's a cool feature that I like to see. You can also take pictures of yourself and add cool special effects. Okay, so I just showed you how to take a plain image from any website. You can download it. You can change the background. You can add text in the picture. You can add color to the background. You can also go to some sites. Let me show you one that I use. You can go to some of these royalty-free sites. You get an account, and you can search for backgrounds, and it'll give you backgrounds, say, with texture. So you could have brick, you can have stripes, you can have Christmassy kind of backgrounds. You can take this as the background and put the text on it. So there's all kinds of choices that you can use for the background. So what you do, you take the plain, sorry about that, you take the plain picture and place it on whatever background you like, add some text, add some border, and you can do it many different ways. So I showed you clipping magic, how to cut out the picture that you want, download it, and then bring it over to PowerPoint or Keynote and put it on the background that you want, add text, add border, and then use the command keys, or if you're on Windows, you can use the snipping tool. It's an application. You go into search in your Windows and search for snipping tool, and that will show up, and then you can just very easily snip out the picture the same way. You could also upload the picture to PicMonkey or Ribbit and add more frames than we could in Keynote. The frame that looks like a stamp, many different frames actually in PicMonkey. Okay, so those are a few choices that you can use to edit your photos. I hope this little tutorial has been helpful. You can really, secure your brand, make your blog really stand out, or you can use this to make your Facebook images pop for your ads and get more clicks on your ads. So if you have any questions, please drop them down below, and look forward to helping you. Bye-bye.